Greetings. Welcome to So Much to Talk About pregame for the Oklahoma City Thunder at the New York Knickerbockers. My pleasure to have rising star and definitely improving more and more, Mr. Wilson Chandler. Nice to have you on the show.
Thanks, appreciate it.
I know you guys had an 8-game winning streak. Everything was going real well, red hot. Had a tough loss with Boston last week. Talk about the excitement, even though it ended with an L, the excitement that was in this arena and the excitement that was going on with you guys really showing that you're one of the top teams in the East.
There's definitely a lot of excitement going around. Like one of the throwback games, old Boston, old New York games, So it was definitely exciting. The fans came out, supported, and I'm just happy, to be a part of that.
How do you guys want to right the ship with this 3-game losing streak? How do you want to just correct things? What are things you feel need to be corrected?
Man, just go out and just play hard today, leave everything on the court, and I think that's what we did after we lost those first 6 games, in our losing streak. We just went out and played hard and left everything on the court. I think it started in Denver, even though we had that loss. I think that we played better that day than the next few games we picked up. We started the first winning streak.
And your overall game has really improved. How are you assessing it personally?
I'm trying not to just get better, try not to just worry about myself, I just get better in the gym, and when I get on the court, not have to worry about myself, just worry about my team, and I think that makes me better, playing off my teammates.
I love that finish on that alley-oop that Felton threw up to you. That finish was nasty.
Appreciate it. Appreciate that.
Take care, Wilson, and have a good game. Talk about how different it is that last year you kind of snuck up on teams, and now you're targeted and you're a favorite to win your division. So talk about how that's been different and how teams have really adjusted towards the potency of your team.
Well, I understand that we had a good year last year, so teams realize that they have to be ready to play us. That we have some good players, but we don't change our approach. We stay the same. Whether we win a game, we come back the next day and try to figure out ways we can get better. If we lose a game, we stay the same. We work every day. And in this league, as a player or as a coach, you can't get too high and too down. You got to stay level. And our guys do a great job. I know they're a young team, but I don't look at them as a young team. I look at them, they signed up to be an NBA player, and you got to think like an NBA player. You got to be a consistent player in order to have success in this league. And that's the thing I admire our guys. They're pretty consistent on their play, and their mentality has always been bring effort and energy every game. But we know that teams are always going to be ready for us. But there's a lot of teams that that are good right now that we're trying to catch. We're nowhere where we want to be, but we have to continue to strive and continue to get better.
Kevin Durant has missed some games this year. Talk about Russell Westbrook stepping up and becoming an all-star caliber player, and also how your team has been able to really step up their roles.
Well, Russell, he's improved a lot. He's just from a basketball standpoint, his jump shot's much better. He's making his layups at a higher rate. His free throws are much better. But his leadership skills have improved, and going into his 3rd year, he's improved in a lot of areas. But he's a great kid. He's coachable. He does a great job. Good. How are you? It's good seeing you. Everything good? Good. But he's improved. When we had some injuries, that's what teams do. Teams have to figure out ways to compensate for the players that are hurt. We were lucky last year. We had good fortune that we didn't have a lot of injuries, but we've had some injuries this year. You can't use that as an excuse. Once you do that, you're not going to give yourself a chance to win.
Talk briefly about Serge Ibaka, his evolution, especially this season.
He's progressing every day. He works, and he's one of our hardest workers. He was in our gym a lot this summer, and our coaches met with him a lot throughout the country. He's determined. He's a serious competitor. He wants to improve. He's never satisfied. He's always seems to have a little bit of anger and which is good. He wants to get better. He's he's a very good worker, and that's yes. He likes to protect the basket. He knows what he has to do for us to be a good team. He has to defend, rebound, block shots, and now his scoring has improved. His outside shot is getting better, but he's another one of our young players that should get better because he works to get better.
How have you gotten better personally as a coach?
I think you get better just from trying to to improve and watch other coaches and game film and just studying the game and studying ways that how our team can get better. I don't know how to judge myself, but I like what we're doing as a staff. I like the team that we have. They're coachable, they work, and they're great to be around.
Thank you for being on so much to talk about, sir. How gratifying is it to be able to spearhead a franchise that, coming from Seattle, was at a low and so quickly being one of the elite franchises in the NBA?
You know, it was all a matter of time. We worked so hard, and I know that you know, all the hard work wasn't going to waste. You know, we always preached about playing not perfect basketball, but good basketball. You know, always making the right plays, always being great teammates, and playing the game the right way. And I had faith that everything was going to start to turn around for us. So, you know, go ahead.
We always talk about the big market and how great it is and everything like that, but is there something cool about representing the small market and having that intimate crowd and that community you have? Yeah,
because, you know, it's very important. You know, I think it's good to know you go to every game and you know most of the fans. You know, when I'm walking off the court, you know, for pregame shooter, you know, warm-ups, I know most of the fans that come to the game because they're there every game. And you know, opposed to, you know, a market like New York, you never know, you know, who's going to be at the game. And, you know, I build relationships with the fans here in Oklahoma City. So it's a perfect place for me. I'm a low-key type of guy. You know, I grew up in a big city in Washington, D.C., so I was used to that all my life. But to get to Oklahoma City kind of slowed me down a little bit and, you know, fit my personality.
On a lighter note, how the track's going? I know you make beats and everything. How's those going?
Yeah, it's going very well, man. I'm just, you know, having fun. You know, this basketball thing could be a little hectic at times, and sometimes I tend to put a little bit too much pressure on myself and think too much. So, you know, making music kind of, you know, takes that off my mind and, you know, gets me right back to my mind state. So, you know, I like doing it.
Do you rock Logic or Pro Tools or what track?
All that type of stuff. Pro Tools, Logic, all that stuff. So
do I. Thanks, Katie. It's my pleasure to have one of the deadliest shooters over the past decade here in the NBA, Mr. Mo Peterson. Pleasure to have you on.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
You're one of the few veterans on this team, and talk about the wisdom that you give these young players on how they can continue to improve and continue to have longevity in this league.
Well, I just try to, you know, teach them to be professional, and you're going to get out this game what you put in. And, you know, I'm lucky because we got a great group of guys who, at this age, already understand that. So it kind of makes my job a little easier.
Wow. And in your years in the league, talk about one experience that really stood out for you, you know, experience that maybe no one else would think would stand out.
Well, one thing that always strikes me and always sticks in the back of my mind is when I got into the league, I didn't know what to expect. And I had a bunch of veterans on the team. Here I am, 21-year-old rookie. And those guys kind of took me in and treated me like their little brother. So, you know, every year, you know, we get a new bunch of guys, or we get guys. And kind of remind me of myself coming into the league. I just try to lend a hand to them and be a good veteran to those guys, because kind of like paying it forward, because, you know, Charles Oakley and Mark Jackson and Dale Curry and Kevin Willis and Muggsy Bogues. I mean, I had all those guys on one team, true vets. So they showed me the right way, and I'm really thankful for that.
Your Michigan State pedigree, you know, being under Coach Tom Izzo, you know, that cat, he always preaches learn to listen, listen to learn, things like that. So, you know, so talk about the impact he's made on you and you know, talk about whether you keep in touch with him regularly.
Well, Coach Izzo, you know, he helped shape me to where I am right now, and I owe all of it to him, the good and the bad. You know, Coach he's been great. You know, great mentor, great leader. I respect him a lot. He's done a lot of great things for me and my family and my career, and you know, he continues to have success and do well because, you know, one thing he loves to do it. He loves to coach and he loves the game of basketball, and and the kids buy into it. So it's just a beautiful thing, you know, when you got somebody like that you can call on the phone anytime, and he's going to offer you great advice.
One more question. Where's my team Cleves at? What's he doing?
My team is doing commentating for Fox Sports and a Big Ten network. Yeah, so he's doing great. I talked to him before I came up here. Yeah, that's my guy right there. He's doing well, and I'm really proud of him. His broadcasting career is really taking off for him.
That's great. Pleasure to talk with you, man. Been a fan of yours since Michigan State. Definitely, it's great to talk with you finally.
Appreciate it, man. Good seeing you.